friends, today we are going to be making our winter penguins. Last week we made our background for our penguins. We made our little iceberg and we used those cool colors. If you didn't make a background, you could always make one later and glue your penguin to it after we create it today. I do have those videos posted in past lessons folders, so you can definitely go back and rewatch those videos and make it. Or you could just glue it to a piece of construction paper or draw a little iceberg and glue your penguin to it real quick as well. So if you missed last class, please don't worry, it's okay. But the first thing we are going to need is that second piece of white paper. We're going to be using crayons to color, a black marker to trace, and some glue and scissors to cut out our penguin and glue it to our paper. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take that piece of white paper and we're going to fold it in half hamburger style, because we don't need all of it for our penguin. We're just going to be using about half because our penguin would be too big if we used that whole paper. And the other half we'll use to make little accessories like winter hats, gloves, scarves, different things that you'd like to put on your penguin as well. Okay, so first let's start with a pencil, just in case we mess up. We're going to start with what looks like an upside down U shape for a penguin's body. So I'm going to go up, around, and down. And then I'm going to connect the bottom with a straight line. Inside of our upside down U shape for a penguin's body, we're going to make a smaller U shape. This is going to be the penguin's belly. I'm going to go up, around, and down. That's going to stay white. At the bottom, we're going to make some feet. So I'm going to make little toes that go down, up, down, up, down, up. And on the other side too. Down, up, down, up, down, up. For the penguin's arms, we're going to be making what looks almost like a half circle. You can have both your arms up, you can have one arm down, one arm up. It's up to you what you'd like to do. I'm going to have mine waving, but if you want both arms up, raising the roof, you can do that too. So I'm going to do a half circle that goes up and down, and then another one on the other side that curves the other way. Okay. So it's like two halves of a circle. One facing up, one facing down. Again, you can have both your fins down, both your fins up. It's going to be up to you what direction you want your penguin's fins to be facing. So we are going to be making the nose next, which we're going to make a triangle, like a piece of pizza with the point facing down. And I'm going to make that overlapping that smaller upside down U shape that we made. I'm going to go in and I'm going to erase that little bit of that line that peeks through. That's why we use a pencil. And then I'm also going to erase these lines here. Okay. I'm going to put two little dots on the penguin's nose for nostrils. And now we're going to make the penguin's eyes. Again, there's so many different ways to make eyes in your penguin. It's up to you how you'd like to create them. I'm going to make two circles. One circle here. One circle here. And then with two smaller circles on the inside. Then I'm going to fill in. If you want to make eyelids on your penguin, you can too. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to trace our penguin with our black marker. You can use a black marker like this, or you can use a Sharpie marker. It's going to be up to you, whatever you prefer. black line is going to help when we cut it out. We'll know exactly what line to follow when we're cutting our penguin out. I think those eyelids make my penguin look a little sad, so I think I'm going to erase those eyelids. I don't want a sad penguin, I want a happy penguin. Now eyebrows and eyelashes after we color it in. You can always add them, but you can add them now too with your black marker, because we'll be coloring in with our crayons, so we should still be able to see it. There we go, that works better. I'm going to add little eyebrows. I love a little eyebrow on my penguin. Okay. Once we are done tracing it with a black marker, we are ready to start coloring in our penguin. Now when we color in our penguin, most of the penguin's body is going to be black. You can color it in with markers or colored pencils too. I just like to have a nice dark outline and have my penguin colored in a little later. You can also add eyelashes to your penguins if you want. Up to you. So I'm going to grab my black crayon and I'm going to color in my penguin's body. Now when I color in my penguin's body, I'm going to leave his belly white. So I'm just coloring in his arms and around that belly, but we're going to leave the belly white. And also around my eyes, I want to just be careful that I'm not coloring in the whites of his eyes. Okay, now that I have my penguin, I'm going to take an orange and I'm going to color in his beak and his feet. Fantastic, now we are ready to start cutting out our penguins, and we're going to be gluing our penguins to the little iceberg.